Yo, it is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be going over the two new cards that did get released in NBA 2K22 MyTeam today, including the pink diamond Marc Gasol as well as the pink diamond Richard Jefferson. So if you were wondering why are we getting two cards on a Saturday, well, it is the limited edition stuff. So Jayson Tatum and Shawn Kemp will now be out of packs. And then replacing these two cards with the rest of these cards is the Marc Gasol and the Richard Jefferson. So, I mean, basically what this video is Marc Gasol or is Marc Gasol, is Richard Jefferson worth it? And are those two players, just those two, better than Jayson Tatum and Shawn Kemp? So we're going to be talking about all that in this video today. Now, before we dive any further into that, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we're on the road to 80,000 subscribers. We're going to start off with Richard Jefferson here. And I know Richard Jefferson is just already going to get a lot of hate, a lot of slander. But I want you guys to hear me out when I say this. In 2K19, I think there was a spotlight Richard Jefferson that I absolutely loved. Like, I literally loved Richard Jefferson. I loved his jump shot. I loved his defense. There wasn't anything on the court he couldn't do. So I'm going to give Richard Jefferson every benefit of the doubt possible. And if that means hyping up the card until I see something that breaks him, I'm going to do that. Richard Jefferson, 6'7", 7-foot wingspan. I love it. Total of, what is it here? 39 badges. You can badge him up to 44. Not terrible. Good hot spots. 91 3 ball, 95 driving deck, 86 field ball, 86 ball, 193 speed, 89 lateral quickness. Having fast twitch, fierce finisher, posterizer, catch and shoot, corner specialist. Can get limitless, can get blinders. I like that. Playmaking wise, he's pretty solid. He can get any playmaking badge outside of ankle breaker. Comes with bullet passer. And then defensively, again, can get everything outside of intimidator that he really needs. Now, if you look at the card up and down, is he as good as a guy like this, right? This is kind of who I'm going to compare him to, because honestly, stat-wise, it's not that far off, right? The same three balls, same driving dunk. Here's what I'll say. Richard Jefferson's a little faster, not quite as good laterally, not as good of a steal, but a better block. And honestly, better speed with ball, better passing IQ, way better rebounder. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. Compare these, right? Compare these. And even with the better post hook, post fade, post moves, you still got the standing dunk. That honestly, this year is kind of important the way the game is played, plus 25. You got the offensive defensive rebounding. Plus what? I mean, plus quite a bit right there. Strength plus 14, vertical plus 7. You can make every case that statistically Richard Jefferson is better than Paul George. Now, the problem I see with it is when you compare their badges, Paul George has so many more badges than Richard Jefferson. And so I think that's where the tough comparison kind of thing kicks in. It's like, I don't think Paul George can, you can really compare the cards badge-wise. But statistically speaking, if you go into this, Richard Jefferson's up here for having some of the most total stats in all of 2K, right? I don't think he's added into here. But if you just compare total stats, he had over 2,900. Let's just compare that to the likes of Kevin Garnett, right? When we just look at total stats. I mean, just look at total stats. Richard Jefferson's only minus 42. You want to compare him to, another top player in the game. Let's just compare him to Carmelo Anthony. You want to compare Richard Jefferson and Carmelo Anthony's total stats? Look, Richard Jefferson's plus 42. So to say they did not juice Richard Jefferson would just be completely wrong. To say I'm not going to give Richard Jefferson a chance, I think is wrong. It's really going to come down to what that release looks like. If he is a smooth release, he is going to get every chance to play for me possible. Because I think a lot of people are going to sleep on the card. MT-wise, I don't think he's going to be bad. And so, look, if you guys don't want to use Richard Jefferson, I'm going to give him at least a chance. This card, Marc Gasol here, 7'1", 7'4", wingspan. Badge-wise is really good. 6 Hall of Famers, 37 on gold, 3 on silver. Badge-wise, fantastic. 93 ball, does have set shot 18. It's the one thing I was going to look at. Set shot 18, not the biggest fan of it. Maybe on next gen it'll be okay. The one thing I like is defensive badges, and we'll get there. Decent enough ball handling. 76 speed, 81 lateral quickness isn't terrible. 95 strength, 81 lateral quickness. Like I said, 95 interior is pretty good. Good rebounder. Here's what I like about Marc Gasol. Hall of Fame catch shoot corner specialist, limitless on silver. Hall of Fame bullet passer. Hall of Fame intimidator, post, lockdown, and rim. What can this card not do? Yes, I do wish he could get ball stripper. But outside of that, what do I mean, the bullet passer is huge, right? That is huge. And he's still one of the fastest bigs in all of 2K at 7'1". So here's what I'm going to do. I like doing this. So let's just look at centers with bullet passer on Hall of Fame. Because I just want you guys to see how rare this is. Here's your list. Marc Gasol, Nikola Jokic. That's your list. Now, you guys might not think bullet passer is that big of a deal, but you get the ball in the paint, bullet passer definitely does matter. Okay, and if you guys don't want to look at that, let's just look at it from this kind of perspective. Let's include secondary position and just look at some of the fastest bigs in the game, right? Just some of the fastest bigs in the game. And if you get to page 2, Marc Gasol is right there. He's going to be basically as fast as the Amari Stoudemire, basically just as fast as the Dennis Rodman. I just think if you do this, right, not Steph Curry, but if you put like a Monty Williams coach on Marc Gasol, you get him the +5 speed, +5 interior, right, +5 perimeter, +5 defensive rebounding. What can this card not do? I mean, 81 speed lateral quickness, 93 ball. It's really going to come down to its release. And I know you guys don't want to hear it. You guys don't want to hear that the cards today are decent. But I'm telling you right now that the cards today are decent. You want to compare Marc Gasol to some of the best bigs in the game? Well, let's do it. I mean, let's straight up do it. Compare him to some of the other best centers in the game. Anthony Davis. Badge-wise, Marc Gasol is better. Stat-wise, I think Marc Gasol is better. I know Anthony Davis is going to have the better release. I'm not going to try to argue that. What I am going to argue is that on the defensive end, Marc Gasol is going to give you more than Anthony Davis. Now, let's compare him to another top center in the game, the best center in the game, David Robinson. Now, will I ever say Marc Gasol is better than David Robinson? You'll probably never hear that from me. What I will say is badge-wise, Marc Gasol is better. Stat-wise, I would lean Marc Gasol is better. So, what I would say, David Robinson is going to be faster. You got to know that. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is this. If Marc Gasol's release is not bad, I'll use the card. That's what I'm trying to get at for you guys. I mean, I promise you I'm going to use the card if he has a serviceable enough release. So, if we look at the 2 cards that came out today, and it all comes down to their prices as well. Marc Gasol, Richard Jefferson, not the biggest names in my team. If I had to say one's good, one's bad, I would say Richard Jefferson is good and Marc Gasol is not so good. What I want you guys to do, maybe it was 2K20, this Richard Jefferson, let's see if I can find him, was so good. And that's kind of what I'm holding on to. Maybe, yeah, it was this Richard Jefferson because all the 2K database things got updated at the same time. I'm thinking the Richard Jefferson that we get this year right now is going to look something like this. Now, obviously not as good. His stats aren't nearly as good. But something like this, and I absolutely love this Richard Jefferson when he came out. And again, the Marc Gasol stats are bad. I don't expect him to be that usable with his release, but I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's by using him and doing a gameplay. So, do I think these cards are worth seeing what they're made of? Absolutely. I think both these cards have all the potential in the world. Again, it's my own opinion. I want to know your guys' opinion down below in the comments because I don't mind these cards at all. If you don't think either of these cards are usable, I want to hear why. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.